Hi, welcome to the Mamba Quest 2 instructional video. We're just going to go through the instruction sheet step by step to show you how to assemble it and how to use it. Step 1 then, we're going to use our little Allen key here. We're going to slot in our rear stock, like so, and we're going to put the Allen key there and we're going to tighten this up just finger tight, not too tight. So as soon as it starts to bind, that's tight enough. That's our rear stock fitted. Okay, part 2, we're going to slide on our controller, and this is a right-handed stock, so I'm going to take my right controller and put it over, and it should just slide over that ring and then click into place, and that should be secure. Okay, step 3, we're going to choose which of our front docks we want to use. Now, this one here is the grab, and this will work with our left controller like so. Basically, you just grab it with your fingers, so that's really good for fast games like Pavlov or Contractors. I use this in a lot of different games. Today though, we're going to use the magnetic dock, which I'm going to show you how this attaches. Now this push button on the front, you push it in and you can slide and set the distance of your controller dock there. So that's locked in. I'm just going to show you now how to attach it to our left controller. So our ring is here. And what we're going to do is we're going to slide that in from the top, just gently squeeze it, and it should just pop through, and then use your fingers and your thumb just to pop that in, and that should be secure there. And then that connects to that front dock there. Okay, just going to show you how to release this magnetic dock in case you don't want to use this. You can take your finger and your thumb and just push those in, and it should just slide out. So it's pretty straightforward to slide in and out. Okay, that's how that works. Okay, I'm just going to show you how to change the offset now. Now, some games like Ghost of Tabor have a slightly different offset to the traditional games like Contractors and Onward and Pavlov. So what we're going to do for those games, we tend to keep this quite straight, and you can see that that's lined up very straight there. But for Ghost of Tabor, what I like to do, because the offset just sits a little bit different in game, if you want to get it perfect, just click it about one click over. No, I'm going in the wrong direction. It should be that direction. There we are, one click over to the left and tighten it up. And what happens now is that just moves the controller slightly over, and it'll pull the in-game rifle to line up better with your shoulder. Okay, that's something you can experiment with and find the best settings for you, but I tend to find just one slightly click over, and that tends to line up perfect in Ghost of Tabor. Most games though, you'll just keep it dead straight like in Pavlov. Okay, I'm just going to show you something called the SpeedLock now, something we developed recently. Now this is a fast way of ratcheting the rear system, just to change the angle to whatever you want it to do really. So but that pulls up to release it, and then you push it down to lock it. Now what you can do is with your thumb just do it in game, which is really quick to do. So you should just be able to, even without releasing the grip button, you can thumb that and change the position. If you brace this against your shoulder, you can then set it in game when you're actually aiming down the rifle. So you can do that really quickly, and it's a really fast and effective system to use. Okay, I'm just going to demonstrate again how to change this front controller docking method. So that's the magnetic dock. We've removed that, and now we can put in our front grab. And you can change the distances, you know, depends on where you want it in game. I tend to have it quite close, but you can set it a little bit forward if you want to. Another thing I want to demonstrate is how to change the length of the rear stock. You can push that button in to pull it out, and it should lock at the back. But if you wanted to, you can actually just pull it out as well, and it will lock. It won't go forwards, but it will pull back reasonably easy, so you can do that quite quick in game. I'm just going to demonstrate the pistol aspect of this stock. You can actually remove that rear section here, and you'll find in some games you won't actually need a rear stock. Like some looter shooters like Showdown, you're actually very fast paced, and just having the 2-point of contact is enough to have really good accuracy and gives you a lot of movement and agility, especially for climbing ladders and things like that. So you might want to experiment with this. Also, you can use the magnetic front dock with the grab, and it locks in really nice actually. It should just attach just on top there. So that's worth bearing in mind as well. You don't actually constantly have to remove this. You can just swap out the front controller dock there. So there we go. Have a little experiment and see how you get on. Okay, just going to talk briefly about some maintenance for the stock. Now what happened with the SpeedLock, over time you might find that starts to loosen a little bit. So when you tighten it up, maybe you'll get a little bit of movement in there. Now what you need to do is just gently tighten that up just a little bit. Don't over tighten these. They are 3D printed and they wouldn't take overly much stress. So just don't really wrench them around hard. Just enough just to stop any movement. And that should be pretty satisfactory for that. Okay, that was the Mamba EDC for Quest 2. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you've got any questions or queries, contact us on any of our social media. The links are in the description below. Thanks for watching.